finally, Eurovision released the 30-second snippets of all rehearsals from today, the first semifinal, second round of individual rehearsals. I will give you my personal inside opinion on them and also share with you my favorite first impressions. Well, technically second impressions because we had the first round. Anyway, let's talk Eurovision. Hey everyone, Matt, ESC United, your favorite Eurovision channel. So I'm doing this all just really quickly. I have no notes whatsoever because it's already super late when the clip was revealed. But as you know, 30-second snippets as seen on TV material was released on YouTube, and it was just a joy to watch them all, even though we can give you any further insight. Now we have to judge performance based on very short snippets. So let's do this, our first impressions. Norway in particular. A lot of people point out that they don't like the dress and the new outfit that she's going for. I enjoy Alessandra's look. I'm not going to lie. I do like that there is the green that she's using is certainly a nice little touch and it's more majestic feel to it. What I will say, one thing that changed is that she's no longer wearing that big necklace that was covering half of her throat up. That was a very wise decision because it was just too busy and too much. It opens up and makes it a lot more inviting. That was a really good choice that they've made from the first rehearsal. Overall, it's basically what you will get, what you know from the national final performance, you know, what we expected. Lots of light sticks that were not even used there in the clip. And she'll loosen up. She was a little stiff maybe at times, but other than that, you know, nothing made you complain. Norway is probably going to be ready quickly. I really enjoyed what I saw. This seems like a good work there already. Malta, to me, I'm still sad that not more people are talking about the buskers dance. I think that could prove a lot of doubters wrong. That was in a fantastic clip that we saw. And if it wasn't such a competitive group, this would just fly through. And as a matter of fact, I still think Malta will qualify. It was just colorful, it was happy, and it will stand so out between all the other performances before, after, because theirs more dark. This one is so bright and happy, and I loved it. I loved everything about it. I loved the big screen, like, you know, Act 2. They're making a little like storyline there. Big fan, and people will gravitate towards this one. So Malta, I have a feeling, will be rising in the betting odds. I thought that was one of them. Just like when I saw the first clip, this is just getting better and better. So Busker, you go. Prove them all wrong. Very impressed. And Serbia, I'm going to kind of echo what I said about Malta. I'm always concerned about Serbia's chances from a qualification perspective, only because I'm worried that people find this performance too dark, like the music-wise, and heavy. That being said, I loved what they did with that. They really embraced the whole video game idea and concept and went with the graphics on screen and really just have a great choreography. It's dark, and yes, may put people off, but I think what they seek out to do here with the staging, I think they are accomplishing. Those 30 seconds flew by. There was so much to look at. Metroid vibe, video games, just totally into it. And yes, just comes down to if people will click with it or not, but I think they're putting forward a really good effort, Serbia, once again. And I cannot wait to see the whole 3 minutes. Once again, very impressed. Not Portugal. Latvia is next. That's not a good sign if I already skipped them there. No, actually, Serbia, and again, said Serbia. Latvia, we had a little bit of disagreement on the live stream between the team members, because one person thought that was the perfect moment, the way they selected the song and the vibe. I thought that they selected 30 seconds that were very telling. It's not going to be a clip that will create a lot of hype and talk because you didn't get much to see. They used the versus part where there's not much visual going on and it just looked really dark. So I wish they would have chosen maybe the chorus, or at some point we know that the backdrop has like golden lines and stuff, all that. Maybe impress us more with the first 30 minutes. I don't think this will be the talk of the community here, this particular clip. That being said, it means probably that they want to hold their cards close to the chest and really impress us. Got swallowed a little bit by some of the other more visual feasts of the clips, but since we didn't get the most exciting part, I'm withholding final judgment on that one. Portugal, I will stick to with what I said before. Love her dress. I wish they would have added maybe some contrast between her and the singers in terms of colors, because she kind of blends in with them except for the feathery part. That would have been my suggestion, kind of what Lithuania did with Monica, you know, orange versus black. Doesn't have to be the same extreme, but you get my point. because sometimes the lighting also is red on top of it, and that kind of swallows them a little bit. So the visuals, I feel as there could need some improvement, at least based on the clip that they are showing us. I still think that, as I said before, Mimikachi couldn't hit a bad note if she tried. She sounded so good, and her energy is already there. I love her look. Yeah, she has almost like the old Hollywood look in the face, the hair, and I like that. No props, no LEDs, it's really just the lights in them. So they're really taking a risk with keeping it simple. Right now, with the colors, I'm a little concerned about that part, but the song is so strong enough on its own to just really, really blow us away. And then Ireland, it seems to me, Wild Youth probably has been rehearsing a lot. The lead singer seemed a little tired, disengaged, but that is fine. This is a rehearsal, so we should not overthink that. The thing that I will point out, and that's probably it, maybe it's just me, but I felt that the sound, the mixing wasn't right. Like his voice did not jive well with the backtrack. Like it just didn't feel right to me, the sound. So that can be fixed though. Maybe was his voice a little strained maybe on top of it, I don't know. But I wouldn't worry about it. I'm not worried about his energy level at this point because this is still an individual rehearsal and now they have like several days to rest and get better. So that was the only thing that stood out to me energy-wise. Certainly we need a little bit more, but that will come. The staging, very golden. Lots of gold, maybe a little bit too much gold, and I'm so sad because the 30-second clip ended as we saw more purple colors coming in, and then like, no, I wanted to see that. That did not happen, but based on the clip alone, I need to see more colors, yeah, and more energy, but I have a feeling we're going to get that. Then Croatia, I think how I can summarize is if you are a fan of the song, then the staging you will be very happy with. If you don't get the song, this will not win you over. I think they're sticking pretty much to a similar feel from the national final, make it a little bigger. We didn't see the underwear part, which would have been probably maybe a little daunting to use that as the clip. It's fine, you know. I wanted to hear more the part where the counter melody comes in, where the choir starts singing and he sings his part. That's my favorite part of the song, and see how strong that is. Here, I needed more, I guess. Not the clip that I was hoping for, but at the same time, not that I'm upset about it. It's just, it's good. So for Switzerland, I think I need to sleep over this one. Do I think that's great staging, or do I think should I just stuck with a slower, more mellow staging? I understand they're going for very artsy staging with choreography in a song that you don't expect it. Another very, very rad staging, but the song kind of makes a little bit more sense. I will say though, because red on stage usually indicates anger and aggression, all of that stuff, I feel like when this is supposed to be an anti-war song, peaceful, maybe they shouldn't have done as much red. At least in the clip, it felt very, very red. The story, the staging clearly tells a story, and since we only get like a random 30-second snippet from the performance, the dancing and the feel doesn't give me everything that I need. I need to see the whole 3 minutes. So overall, yeah, I feel like I was yearning for more because this 30 seconds wasn't enough. He sounded great. He was, again, vocally not a problem at all. So let's wait for the rest of the 2.5 minutes. We'll get to see early next week, and then I have a final judgment on that. In terms of Israel, that was a big disagreement. I feel like there might be a big disagreement as well among the community. My team disagreed with me. They said they shouldn't have used that clip. I thought it was very well executed and very well thought through, using that dance break scene, which is basically the end of the song, using that as the clip. That is strategically smart because people love these hair flipping back and forth moments, and I think that is exactly what people will talk about. I think people will talk about that clip. Maybe not the community who knows already a little bit more about the song and that stuff, but this is a great thing to use for promotional purposes. So I thought it looked amazing and really sets like, ooh, what is this? This is gonna be a hip shaking, you know, bop. Even though the song itself going to be quite different before, you know, so that is just the impression I had. They could have used a different clip, right? And I think that's where our opinions differ. They would have wanted to use more from the chorus or some other parts of the song, which I understand and I agree, but I think for strategic reasons, I completely see why they went with this. Moldova, once again, our team and I disagreed. We have a lot of disagreements. Maybe, I don't know why. My team thought it looked a little less inspirational and boring and unprofessional. And I didn't think so. I mean, it was not as oomph and energetic that you may want to see in a performance, because it needs to be a little bit more tight, because it seems like a little more soft. But I also I've been doing this for quite some time, and I know that this is a rehearsal. So this is a little bit more relaxed and focused on doing the right things rather than looking great, if that makes sense. So I think that this is similar to what I mentioned about Switzerland applies here as well. I feel as Moldova will tell us a whole story for the staging, and when you only get a snippet of 30 seconds right in between the performance, you may feel like I didn't get what I wanted out of that. But nevertheless, I enjoyed it. I love the mood of the song, and I love the colors of it, and yeah, I don't agree with my team, but that's just how the food crumbles. I thought Moldova did a fine job, and what I've seen in the 30-second snippet is going to be amazing. Sweden, I want to say that right away in the beginning, people relax, it's fine. Yes, it wasn't her best vocal performance, and that happens, but this is a rehearsal, and people are already getting worried about it. Don't. It looked great, and if she's still doing vocally badly, like when the last dress rehearsal comes around, then maybe you can start getting worried. But just having one clip with, less than ideal vocals, I heard a lot of people had earpiece issues. I would not worry about it. Visually, it's beautiful. It just looked really, really good. I don't know what else to say. I think that is going to be the biggest seller with the song, of course. As someone who has seen the Melodifestivalen performance, of course, I'm like, oh man, the small one looks a little small, the stage in the screen, right? I wish we had the big one. At the same time, 99.9% have not seen the Melodifestivalen staging, so they will not have anything to compare it with. So it's basically irrelevant. So, but that was my first thinking when I saw them, like, oh, I missed the big one. But other than that, I thought it looked good. She was giving it already quite a bit there in the performance, and I am confident that the vocals will be fine as well. So Sweden, good job. As always, we shouldn't be surprised. Then Azerbaijan coming right after Sweden, of course, there will be this big moment with Sweden. And then Azerbaijan, I will say though, I have some good news. I enjoyed the staging. Now, I'm not saying anything about qualification chances at this point, but I think what they've done with it, very nice. I love the split screen action that they've had, and when we saw the clip on TikTok, I was always like, we need to have more movement, of course, because it's going to be static. And sure enough, just in those 30 seconds, I was like, whoa, the camera's going like zooming in and out and split screen. And it was beautifully done. And I love the colors of the stage. I was split in two different sides. I thought this was very charming, very sweet, kind of cute. And once again, I don't know what's going to happen to Azerbaijan in the semi, but I do know that they're not giving up, because that staging to me was very nice. I really liked it. Czechia. It was also very polarizing on our live stream. People said either yay or nay, and I'm right in the middle for that one. I don't know. I need to sleep over this one. I think there are lots of parts I really liked about the staging. At the same time, I almost wish that they would have not all wore this exact same outfit. It feels a little like who is who's doing what, maybe they would help us to have them all giving a little bit more unique personalities. They can have still like some all pink, but have some contrast between each other, because right now I just don't see a difference. Maybe that's the whole idea and the concept behind it, but it's almost like, I do like a lot of the visuals on screen, with the hands and all that stuff, so it does look good. Yeah, so overall, I'm gonna watch this one again, because I've only watched it twice now. I need to watch it a third time to see why I'm still hesitant. And I cannot give you a good reason, and maybe I shouldn't record the video without having a good reason for you why I'm still torn. Maybe the final click is missing, or maybe I'm just grumpy. I'm probably the latter. No, but they sounded good, and that is very important, and that was one of the concerns, right? So I'll withhold final judgment here as well. Netherlands. Beautifully staged. Beautifully. One of the big visual surprises to me. I mean, not surprise, maybe not the right word, but certainly relieves, if anything, because we saw some of the pictures, and oh, this is going to look good. And I love what they do with the spinning. Sometimes they sing to each other, then they're very intimate, and then they're away from each other. So there's all these ranges of emotions that they trying to portray within that one fairly simple staging almost, you know what I mean? Because they're just like on that platform almost the entire time. So visually, my hat is off to you, Netherlands. Still concerned about the vocals. They sounded good. They really sounded good enough, but you have to sing it with a little bit more conviction. It is a rehearsal, so I'm always holding back on too much criticism on that. But it seems they're just like, I needed more. I need a little bit more energy, giving it their all. And I'm sure they're holding back, and they're going to do that in the actual live show. But yeah, right now, if I was a viewer and this is someone performs so softly, it would be too soft for the song. And we shall see. So that's my biggest concern about the song. Visually, fantastic. Vocally, I need it up a little more, just a notch. Then Finland, what's there to say? I mean, I liked everything about it. There's nothing that I've seen here right now that will change my mind about the song's odds, and Kaya is just so much fun to watch, and I love the reveal of the dancers, and you had that big crate slam the floor. I love that part. Makes it kind of real almost. And so I was very much impressed the way it looked. I know that Kaya mentioned there were some issues like with the stuff, but they didn't show that in the clip. Of course, the only thing I will actually say here is it's probably deliberate, but Kaya, I could barely hear him. Like, I know they brought a backup vocal with them, backup vocalist, and they were almost basically doing most of the legwork there. I hope that changes. That's the big thing I can point out, if anything. But I'm also hearing, at least people in the chat told me that, I haven't confirmed that yet by myself, that there were some earpiece issues. I don't know. But putting that all aside, because again, it's a rehearsal, I thought it looked visually stunning, and that's what rehearsals are there for. So, mighty impressed, my friends. Finland on a roll. I feel like the betting odds could change quite a bit because of this. Usually I give you like my top 3 like best first/second impressions here who really like won me over even more. Now looking at the lists of countries here, I totally didn't prepare for anything here. I will give you my top 3. Third place, I am going to put Finland. And it was my number 1 before, and it's still good. It continues to impress me. Like I said, my bar is already this high up, and they even added more. So Finland just keeps going better and better and better. And once again, I just cannot wait to see the whole 3 minutes. So they once again even went higher in my ranking than they were before, because they just keep moving the goalpost, and it's a wonderful thing to witness. Then the country I will put in second place, actually, maybe a little bit of a surprise to some, but it's Israel. I disagree with my I enjoyed what I saw, and you're saying, yeah, we've seen this before, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, stop it. Like, you cannot reinvent everything. Nobody at Eurovision invented the dance break before. So we all love it. I call it the dance break is the new key change at Eurovision, and I'm okay with that. I enjoyed it. It was very good, and I loved the energy of the song. What really got me was it was like they're going to end on such a high, big note at the end, and it just gives me like so much excitement, and that is why I was very impressed with that. So Israel, I cannot wait for the whole 3 minutes, because I know it's going to be quite entertaining. And then my number 1, once again, Malta. I can't get enough, I can't get over even how amazing this is. Malta, this Baska, the little country, just keeps impressing, and yet nobody thinks they're going to qualify, or a lot of people. People are going to gravitate towards that one. It's one of the few colorful performances early in the running. It'll stand out. I think it's just so well done. People will love it. And I love what they done. It's just so clever. Okay, I should stop talking, because I could go on for 3 hours. But no, Malta, once again, most impressed probably moment here today. And for the second time in a row. Loved it. Love to hear from you as well. Who impressed you the most? And what concerns do you have? Leave your thoughts below in the comment section. I cannot wait to hear from you. I will see you on the other side in the next video.